Okay, today's matchup is going to be an interesting one. But before we go there, a quick review of our last match. We uh, we won the last match against Kinkaju. Um, my defense did pretty well. My General Skywalker team was one shot. I think he took his Darth Revan team against it. But there were three battles against the Grievous team. And then down below, there were two battles each against both the Darth Revan as well as the Nest Newt team with Separatists. And at the back, struggled a bit against my Ewoks as well. And below, he wasn't able to clear the Geos with Droidica. So that team seemed to perform well. Now, I don't know whether he took Sith against this Treya Sith or something else. But what I decided to do was this time set this team again, but in the front, to see if my opponent struggles a little bit on that as well. So that I was pretty happy with the performance of that team. Let's go ahead and take a look at our current matchup. So after the first game, this is how it stands in our group of eight. Out of the four people who won, two of them actually don't have General Skywalker at all. So that was pretty surprising to see. We have Darth Elite, Mozart, Sikanak, and me, who've entered into the second stage with one win. And both Mozart and Sikanak don't have General Skywalker, so they won their first round even without him, which is interesting to see. Which is not surprising given that their performance has been so far in GA. It's been pretty impressive. I mean, my current opponent, Sikanak, few hundred K GP more than me, but he's got all the characters that I have maxed out. In fact, the relics on all the other main characters are more than mine. Pretty similar in mods and Zetas. I've got some better 6E mods, but the speed mods are about the same, and our offensive records are almost the same as well. Both of us have won about 137 offensive matches, and in terms of defensive, mine are a little stronger, which made me think that my opponent usually likes to go offense heavy. But that seems to work for them because their rank, at least at the beginning of this week of Grand Arena, was 90 in Division 1. And I was close to 1,800. So whatever they've been doing, it's been working out pretty well for them so far. So they've got a 7-0 win record so far in this season of Grand Arena. Let's see if that changes today. So because my opponent did not have General Skywalker, I decided not to keep General Skywalker on defense. Um, it I don't know if that's the right decision. I mean, didn't feel right to me. I did something similar way back when I had Darth Revan and I faced opponents in Grand Arena who did not have Darth Revan. At least for the first few weeks to a month, I did not keep my Darth Revan on defense just to make the match a little more fair. Um, I did the same thing over here, at least for the next couple of weeks until the beginning of the new season. If my opponents do not have General Skywalker, I plan not to keep General Skywalker on defense, especially since mine is 7-star Relic 7 G13, just to make the match a little more fair. I think I'll do that. I mean, however, if my opponent does have General Skywalker, even if it's Gear 1, you can rest assured I'm going to keep it in the front zone. But this is just something that I think I'll do at least for the next couple of weeks. New season, I'll probably reevaluate whether I want to do that or not. But at least this season, I decided not to do that. All right, so on the front, but that doesn't mean I've gone soft on my defense. I still have kept a reasonably tough defense. In the front, I've kept a Newt and Dooku over here with the three tanks. There's Sunfac, Shore, Pre-Taunter, and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder as well. And so it's basically the concept over here is just hiding Dooku and Newt behind tanks and making Newt lead spread extortion around and at least preventing good banners, if not preventing it from being one shot. Kept my Darth Revan team over here without Basti. Down below, I've kept a hybrid of Scoundrels and Bounty Hunters. I've kept a Django lead with Bosk with the L3 and Vandor for some additional nuisance factor. And I've decided to keep my Geo and Droidica team out in the front. So like I mentioned in my last video, Droidica is fast enough at 185 speed, which is effectively about 278 to 80. It's fast enough to go first and put the shield up, and then the rest of the geos will follow, and Droidica will end up assisting with each of those. So I want to see how this performs in the front wall. Last time it kept in the back wall, and at the back I've kept at the top I've kept Kira with Nest, and I've kept my Grievous team with BB-8, hopefully to strip some banners and maybe cause multiple battles. And I decided to keep my Night Sister team on defense as well over here, along with C3PO with Rebels, and both Night Sister and C3 and Rebels are behind there because typically I'm expecting my opponent to use a Treya with the Geos or CLS against the Bounty Hunter team, and then exhaust the counters of CLS and Treya that is really needed to take these teams out. So that's the goal with keeping those guys behind this section. All right, so as I guess my opponent has not kept Darth Revan on defense, saved it for offense probably to take out my Darth Revan, but they do have a tough Grievous team out here with Wat, which I'll have to think about what I want to take against that. And I have they have over here a plain Bounty Hunter team, not a Django lead, it's a Bosk lead, and I think the speed is about let's see, it's a 275 speed with 115% tenacity. So pretty simple Bounty Hunter team, and down below they've got a vanilla First Order team and an Old Republic team as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the bottom zone first, see what's at the back, and then decide what to take up front on top. Alright, so on the Karth team I'm going to use my First Order. That's typically what I like to use, and I'm going to go ahead and stun Mission and give this to Kylo and start the turn meter train rolling and dispel that, and still keep working on all of them. It's a good thing Mission is stunned. Let's keep working on him till we can dispel. This should dispel it. Let's see if we can't get rid of him. There we go. Okay, so that's been dispelled. Let's see if we can't take out Candrass. Let's dispel this. Let's save our dispel for now. Stun. And take care of Candrass, and then we can go after the others. Let's take care of T3 M4 right now. We don't need a double stun at this stage. I'm going to save it for Mission, but I do want to take out T3 M4, and then I'll work on Mission. And now we should just be focusing on recovering some banners on these guys. Now we can stun and take care of Mission. All right, now it's just a question of banner recovery, which I think almost everyone has with the exception of First Order Officer. So let's I think we might just end up with about 59 banners over here. All right. Still got 3 minutes. Good thing about Zalbar is he's got stacking tenacity, stacking defense, so he usually takes a while to get down, which allows the First Order to recover plenty of health and protection. We are close on First Order Officer. I wonder if we'll be able to get that done. What does this do? What does this do? Nothing to recover buffs. Okay, this should, I think, do it. Yeah, now we're done it. Now we are free to kill him. So 60 banners over here. All right. Now I'm going to use... so I've been thinking of whether to use a Basti Wampa, a Basti Jedi Knight Revan against a Grievous team. But I think I'm just going to go with a Wampa team over here to take out crew to see what's at the back. And I think I'm going to use the Basti Wampa team with Hermit Yoda and Juhani to take that out, the First Order team. I mean, Wampa is great against First Order with the days and just I think in general the damage that he does is amazing. And I have Juhani over there to absorb the initial stun, but I think this team should be enough to get 61 banners. Let's see. Let's pass this over to Wampa. Get some days around. And let's hope this takes care of crew. It does. Let's stun this guy and finish him off. And then let's keep the heal for now. Finish off First Order Executioner. Stun Kylo. Alright, took care of him, and this should take care of this guy. Alright, we probably didn't even need Juhani, 61 banners over there. Let's see what's at the back before we... Alright, so we've got bugs over here, pretty well modded bugs, at least relics on both GBA as well as Spy, which makes the Treya counter a little tougher unless they're highly geared. And then you've got Kiran Nest over here, pretty similar to the team that I have. Alright, so let's save this and let's figure out what we want to do against this team over here, and then we will go with the Kiran Nest team down below. So the bounty hunters are relatively weaker. I mean, that's relatively slower than my Imperial troopers, but these guys are all G12 and my troopers are only G11. I'm not sure if I want to take the risk over here. The key, I think, is going to be overkilling in this one because I want to one-shot everything because my opponent is pretty good, and I want to be able to one-shot everything. So I'm going to go in with my EP team over here because I think I have enough for stuff at the back. Let's see what teams I have. EP, I've got Treya and Thrawn, I've got Jedi Knight Revan, and I've got Padme, and yeah, I think I've got enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take in my EP team over here with the Darth Basti, and let's see if I have any other Empire or Sith that I want to take in over here. Let me take in a tank. Okay. Or do I want to take in TIE Fighter pilot? Nah, let me just take in a tank because in case these guys decide to attack, I'll have only one character losing protection. Alright, let's land some fear. Stun. Let's land an ability block. Yes, perfect. Let's reduce some turn meter. Let's apply some... Nah, no need for shock right now. Land some shock on this guy. Alright, let's see if we can't get rid of Cad Bane. There we go. shock over here. All right, let's keep working on this guy. Seems to be weak. This guy has got shock, so let's do an AoE. Let's try to land an ability block again. Weren't able to. Let's land some more fear. Stun. Perfect. Let's go with this guy over here. Let's land some more shock. So unfortunately, Dengar is not shocked, and he is creating havoc under there. But let me try to reduce some turn meter from him at least. Let's try to get rid of Boba. Fear. Alright. Boba is gone. Let's try to run some more shock and get rid of Bosk. And now we are free to attack this guy. So I might end up with about 57 banners. There's no banner recovery on this team. But yeah, I think 58, not bad. All right, so I think we're averaging pretty good. We've got 61, 60, 58 so far. And we have seen what's at the back below over here. We want to save our Treya and another team, maybe Padme or some other team for this one. But what I want to do right now is, since we've got 3 tough teams to take out, I want to give it a pause and get back to this board after a few hours. Our opponent will obviously come and see the points that I've collected so far, and I'm hoping that puts some pressure on them to clear some zones in the front with decent efficiency, and I'm hoping that they slip up and make some mistakes. So I'm going to wait for my opponent to go and clear off some of these teams before I proceed any further. So I think I'll have a better idea of how much I can afford to lose in terms of banners once I see my opponent go a little bit. So I think that's going to be the plan. I'm going to pause the video for now and then come back after a few hours. Catch you guys soon. Okay, so we're back after a few hours. So let's take a look at what's happened since then. So my opponent Sikanak has gone ahead and attacked my board, and he has cleared my board. But let's take a look at exactly how he's cleared it. On the Geos with Droidica, as well as the Bounty Hunter Scoundrel hybrid team, both of those were one shot with about an average of 55 banners, I think. Same thing with Darth Revan, about 55 banners, one shot. They did take a couple of battles on the Newt team. So it's Newt, Dooku, and 3 tanks. So it may have underestimated the team, or may have just gotten some bad luck over there. But Newt is something which consistently I've seen even my guildmates have either problems going against it, or they've had their own teams had plenty of holds. It's probably because Newt used to be a joke of a character a few months ago before his rework, and people are afraid of overcommitting or sending in too tough a team against it, and they may end up missing out because of that. Teams at the back were one shot as well. Both these teams I think got about 53 to 54 banners each, both the Kira Nest team as well as the Grievous squad. Probably would have used JTR against the Kira Nest, and Grievous, maybe Jedi Knight Revan, and got 59 banners against my sisters, and about 54 banners against the rebels. So I was watching the matches as he was playing them, and I was able to count the banners. So yeah, sisters didn't really do that well, 59 banners. They're one of those teams which are really easy to take out, or you can take them out more efficiently on offense by using teams like Padme or Treya. But on offense, they can do a really good job by taking out a really tough team. So maybe I might not keep sisters on offense anymore. Let's see. On defense anymore. I might just save them for offense. All right. So now let's. So given what my opponent has done, they've scored about 1868 banners, which means that after factoring in the 3 teams that I've taken out at 5960 banners, I need to get an average of 50 banners per match on the remaining 5 matches in order to win. So I have some room, but not too much. So let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do against the Grievous Wat squad. Now it's a G6 Grievous, it's an R6 Grievous, so it's going to be a 142k health. So it's pretty intimidating. So and any team you usually take against Grievous, unless it's a Basti Jedi Knight Revan squad and you have plenty of luck, it's difficult to end with full health and full protection. You typically end up. I've had a lot of problem with this team in the past. I've typically ended up double or triple shotting it. But I want to try, since we have General Skywalker on offense, I want to try using Skywalker against it. Now the issue with the Skywalker team, Skywalker clones 501st team on offense is that they're really tough. They can beat almost any team on offense, but there's very little banner recovery, similar to Galactic Republic or Sith Empire, where there's limited protection recovery. Really strong offensive teams, but really tough to recover full banners on that. And apart from General Skywalker, who when he goes into cover, he does recover protection, the others really don't recover any protection at all. So it is easy for them to stay at full health, but it's difficult to recover full protection. So it's going to be a tough match, this one. What I'm going to do is Ahsoka really doesn't add much to this team. What's typically happened when I take this team in against Grievous or any other squad is that these guys do a lot of damage and survive a lot till Anakin goes into cover, and then Grievous or someone else from the enemy team starts attacking Rex and Fives and Echo and Snips and maybe gets one or two of them down, and then when Skywalker comes up again, he manages to finish the rest of them off. So most likely what's going to happen in this battle is Skywalker is going to end up being the only character remaining, and is going to end up soloing the whole team, which means I'll probably get about 48 to 50 banners. Most likely, yeah, 46, 47 banners is what we'll likely end up getting. We can afford that, but what I want to do is I want to not take Snips in, Ashoka Tano, just because she doesn't add much to this team. If you notice over here, we've got Wat over there who's going to give the taunting tech to Magna, so Ahsoka is not going to be able to dispel him in any case, and her damage is not that much on assists. So I think I'm going to skip Ahsoka over here and just go in with the others. Now I want to take in 5 characters, but we really don't have any more 501st characters, and if I take in any other 5th character over here, they're not going to get the 501st bonus that General Skywalker's unique gives, which allows him to counter and have extra critical chance. So I'm just going to go in with these 4 and see what happens, and use my Ahsoka and the Padme team. So let's see. This is first time I'm trying this particular battle out. So there we go with the taunting tech, and now the rest of my team goes. I'm going to start. I'm going to target General Anakin to attack, and now these 2 specials, Force Grip and the Sundering Strike. When you do one of them, the other one automatically happens. So I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to daze all the enemies, and then we can go from there. So Wat is almost out. This should take him out, so we can prevent any further text from going out. And okay. So it's going to be another AoE, and so all my clones are at full health, which is great. So the AoEs are going to prevent anyone else from falling below full health. And my Skywalker is a little bit away from getting into cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hope that I'm able to get rid of D1 battle droids, so that we can basically get out of cover. When we get into cover, we'll still be at full health and full protection. Full health at least. All right. Now let's see if we can't get a little bit more of Grievous down. I'm going to call this guy to assist. Oh, we don't have our Annihilate ability yet, Let's see if he can't stun. Well, stun is not going to do anything because he's going to cleanse it. All right, so we've got an annihilate ability available. So this is great. We are able to annihilate Grievous and end with full all 4 characters. Not full health on not full protection on everyone, but at least full health on everyone, which is fine. So the thing about cover is you have exactly 10 moves because Skywalker recovers 10% protection with each turn. Whether it's your enemy's turn or whether it's your turn, you recover exactly 10% protection. So you have to whether it's 5 turns of the enemy, 5 turns of yours, or 10 turns of the enemy and 0 turns of yours, as soon as 10 turns are over, he comes out of cover. So you need to really maximize the use of those 10 turns. In this case, because there were no enemies out there, most of the turns, the 10 turns which took place were my own turns. And that's why our clones were safe during the cover period. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this off. 57 banners, which is a great outcome against this team. Now that team typically nukes a lot of, especially with each of those separatist squad dying, it ends up nuking a lot of the allies. Even if you go in with a Jedi Knight Revan or a Basti team, you end up losing 2 or 3 people. And with Wat in there, if he's already given out the weapons tech mod, it ends up preventing the revives as well. So this is a much cleaner way to do it. And obviously it's very overpowered. I mean, I would typically have kept the General Skywalker team on defense, but that's fine. All right, so we have a Newt squad, which is good to see, and then we've got a Night Sister squad. So let's figure out what we want to take against these guys. So these are the 4 squads that we have left. We have our Karth Wat team. We've got Treya. We have Padme, and then we've got Jedi Knight Revan. And we probably won't need the other teams. But let's take the Karth team against the sisters with Wat and see if these guys are able to do a good job. We were able to beat the last sisters team that we saw with this. Let's see if these guys are able to have a second do the same job a second time. So what I'm going to do is give the tanking tech to Zalbar, and then give the weapons tech to Mission, so that she ends up doing some good damage. And then I'm going to start applying some days. Okay. All right, so let me hide Mission and start going rogue on everyone. Okay, let's see if we can't take out Spirit. All right, let's give the healing tech to Karth. All right, so she is gone and she's not going to come back, so that's great to see. Let's get rid of Mother Talzin. I want Mission to kill Mother Talzin so that she doesn't come back. Let's go into hiding again. What does this do? Okay, let me remove the buffs from there. Let's try to get rid of zombies so that we can start working on the others. Alright, so even she's dead. Talzin is not going to come back because Mission killed her. Let's see if he can't kill Asajj. There we go. Asajj also is back. Now we just need yeah, so see Daka over there is trying to revive everyone, but she's not able to, and we managed to skip both the revives from zombie as well, the free revives. Yep, that's it. There you go. Simple as pie. So we just ended up with less health on Wat. In my last battle, because they were Relic Sisters, I lost Wat and ended up with about 56 banners. But this is a pretty consistent team to end up with almost full health and full protection against the sisters. So that worked out pretty well. Let's see what if you want to take against. Let's do the next toughest battle, which I think is going to be the Geos battle. So I'm going to go in with a full Tria squad with Thrawn as well, because my Thrawn is faster than the Geos. I want to get the isolate out fast, so that Tria can, so that the other guys can start working. All right. Hopefully I don't lose too many people. It is a Relic 2 spy. I'm going to fracture, well, spy is under stealth, otherwise I would have fractured her, fractured him or her. Who do I, because yeah, this one can cleanse, so I'm just going to get rid of that guy. All right, there we go. We don't even need to fracture him. Okay, this is simple enough. All right, let's try to get rid of spy. Both spy and Brood Alpha were relict, so I was little wary of that. Okay, looks like it shouldn't be a problem now. Cleaning this team up. Let's top off protection on Nihilus. He happened to. All right, let's. I don't think we can do anything. That's fine. Banners won't matter as long as we perform a decent win. Okay, so this is, I think, going to be 57 banners. So we've been doing pretty well on banners so far. 57 on the General Skywalker one, 57 here, and I think 59 on the sisters. Now we've got our Jedi Knight Revan team, and we've got our Padme team, and I don't think it'll be a problem against either of these, but I'll take the Jedi Knight Revan against the Kira team, since we've got Nest, and Jedi Knight Revan helps to reduce max health with his leadership, so Nest shouldn't be a problem against that. Let's see who else. Yeah, the others I can use in the Padme team. Yep, I think let's just go in with these and finish this team off. All right, I'm gonna go after Vandor first. Get rid of him. And just call this guy. All right. Now let's keep going after L3 till we get the mark again. Let's get rid of Kira. And once we get mark again, I think we can go after Nest and take her out, because we don't want her. We don't want her reducing some of our health and protection. It is a high tenacity Nest, but I think we should be okay. Let's just get rid of this one. Now let's go after Nest. All right. Basics. There we go. Health is slowly getting reduced. I should have called Ezra. 58 banners. Okay. We got an undersized win at least with it. Alright, now we just have the Padme team left against this team, so I'm just going to go all out and take the whole team in. I don't think we need to do any more undersized battles. We are, let's take a quick look at our feats. Yeah, I think we've got one undersized battle left, and we've got 10 days to do it. Not an issue. Okay, let's go ahead and go all out against this new team and finish it off with a full Galactic Republic team. This should be no problem. We probably can just do it with these 4. Yeah, let's just do it with these 4. Anakin himself should be enough to do plenty of damage. Okay. Let's go after Dooku. Let's finish that guy. Dispel Droideka. And let's just get rid of Droideka first. Alright, this should get rid of base. This could get rid of, yeah, this could get rid of Newt for the first time. And now we can go after Django since he's out of damage immunity. Okay, let's get rid of Newt. Heal up some more, and we're done. Okay, 56 banners. So that's the thing with the Newt team. Even going in undersized, they managed to steal banners away. It's an amazing team for stealing away banners. So that's something good about it. Even if we go in with an oversized, meta team like Padme, the team still managed to suck a lot of banners away from us. Alright, so we ended up at 1906 compared to 1868. So we won by about 38 banners. So yeah, even if my opponent had one-shot the Newt team, I would have still won by about 20 banners or so. Yeah, it was a good match. Kudos to my opponent for one-shotting all of my teams because I had such a tough defense. But I was expecting and hoping for a little more variety on the defense. I got some plain vanilla teams on for First Order, Old Republic, and Bounty Hunters. The Grievous squad was interesting to fight, and I think he had a decent Newt squad over here as well. Baze was a nice touch over there, but yeah, otherwise it really wasn't much of an issue with this defense. Obviously, I did not set my General Skywalker on defense because my opponent did not have him. But in the likely chance that I will face my opponent with General Skywalker, I probably am going to set my General Skywalker on defense because he takes the defense to just another level. Especially if you have both General Skywalker and Darth Revan on defense, it really amps up your defense to another level because it takes really good meta teams to defeat those. So that's going to be my plan going forward, except if my opponent does not have General Skywalker. Alright, so that's it for today. In my next match, most likely I'm going to be facing another person from Mighty Chlorians, Darth Elite. This guy has a G11 4 Zeta General Skywalker. I think it was 3 Zeta at the time of lock of Grand Arena Week. But he's got a really decent Galactic Republic squad, so he's going to have no problem with my General Skywalker team. And it's got decent gear as well. So let's see what happens in this matchup. I'm 90% sure I'm going to be facing Darth Elite in my final matchup. So it's going to be interesting. So hang around for that. I will see you guys in a couple of days. Until then, talk to you later.